Thank you, Amina. MashaAllah. Next up, we've got Abdurrahim Muhammad. He just completed his doctorate, MashaAllah, in health psychology. And he's currently a psychologist working within the NHS. And he's going to talk about his journey.
Thanks, brother. Oh, damn. A lot of people looking at me. Assalamu alaikum, firstly. I'm Abdurrahim. Well, soon, literally as of next week, when it's all official and all done, I'll be Dr. Abdurrahim Muhammad. You know what's crazy? Like, as Amina was talking, I was literally just looking at everyone, and I was just like, I'm exactly like everyone here. Probably like 10 years ago. I'm slightly older than everyone, and I remember, to be fair, I'm so old, I remember Duxie when he was this big. And now look at the size of him. God damn, mashallah. Anyway, I was looking, especially that table over there, and I was like, yo, I remember being like similar ages to you guys, and just thinking, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm sat in this, let's be real, I'm in this country where my parents don't really know the kind of the systems and what to do. People that I speak to that are older than me don't really know the systems and what to do. So what chance have I got to like do anything? And I remember very, very clearly, I don't know what this is, I don't know whether it's Qadr Allah or just how my brain thinks, but I remember being about 15 years old, and I was on just at the bottom of Coltar Street, right? And I remember just thinking, okay, I'm gonna go here with my friends. I ain't gonna lie to you, we weren't gonna do something that was good. And then I remember my older cousin like comes out of a house and he goes, I'll never forget this. This is probably one of the moments that changed my whole life. And he goes, yes, youngers, keep repping the ends. And I remember going, what? Like, I don't own this. Like, no, none of these houses, like nothing in this ends, I can say that my name is on there, or my name is on the deed, or I'm getting anything from it. So I remember, I was supposed to, I'm not going to say because I ain't going to expose our sins, but I remember thinking, nah, boys, I'm going to go home. And I remember that evening, went home, and I sat down with Hoy and Abel. I said, listen, can I ask a question? Imagine I'm 15 years old. I said, Hoy, why did you come here? Like, why? Like, give me the exact play-by-play of how you ended up in Liverpool. And that story changed my whole outlook of what I was thinking I was going to do. Because I thought to myself, my parents went through hell. It gets me emotional even thinking about it now. My parents went through hell, and I can imagine every single one of your parents in this room went through hell to get us to where we are now. So I remember that night, I couldn't sleep, thinking, okay, cool. My parents came so I can get, the number one thing was education. At the time, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was probably, obviously back then it was like grades in it. Now I don't understand these like, these number systems. But back then, remember my teachers were like, yeah, Abdurrahim is gonna probably get all E's. He'll be lucky. I remember my maths teacher said, Abdurrahim will be lucky to get a D in maths. And that moment made me go, wait, so you don't believe in me? The rest of the teachers don't believe in me. The only people on this earth that believe in me is Hoy and Abel. And they're the ones that have sacrificed so much to get me to where I am. That moment clicked in me. I remember thinking, okay, cool. That's when I hit the books. I remember me and my cousin, every single Saturday and Sunday, we were in the Toxteth Library. Do you guys know where the Toxteth Library is? Yeah. Okay, I hope so. But every single Saturday and Sunday, I remember to this day, my 16th birthday, my friends had like organized like a meal in Chemo's. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it looked like the littest like meal ever, because I went there. Hoy was like, no, 16? No. Your birthday's in March. You've got exams in like 2 months. You ain't going nowhere. You're staying in your room. You're literally gonna revise. And looking, at the time, I ain't gonna lie, I was so angry. I was so angry. But looking back now, that built the foundations to where I am today. And I remember, again, this wasn't like roses to go, oh yeah, cool, as soon as that click happened, and then it was a straight path, now I'm a doctor. It didn't happen like that. In fact, my psychology A-level teacher, I'll never forget this, right? My psychology A-level teacher, in my first ever year of sixth form, she goes, they said, there's an exam that you gotta pass, the AS level, right? and then you got 2 in-class exams, and you have to pass at least 2 out of 3 of those exams. At the time, I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't into psychology. I was like, oh, whatever, it's just one of them. It's just a subject, just to keep my mum and dad happy. And I remember, AS level came, about 5 days before the exam, I just bought the actual AS level book. That's how like relaxed I was. Failed that, obviously. But the last like 2 exams, I was like, you know what, I actually like this. Let me actually put in work. Let me test myself. Let me prove myself that I can actually do this. And then let me revise. I remember getting 2 Bs in those exams. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'm chilling. Like, I've passed 2 out of 3. Yes, the AS level, I can resit that, whatever. The head of 6th form comes to me. He's like, Abdurrahim, listen, because you failed your AS, you're off the course. Yeah. I'm off what? Which course are you talking about? He goes to me, you're off the course. After, I'm not gonna lie to you, I made the biggest fuss ever. I pulled out, I'm not gonna lie, I pulled out every card possible. The race card, the poor card, every card that you can ever imagine. I threw that out there. Until this guy, bless him, he goes, whatever, please just don't make a complaint enough of it. If your psychology teacher says it's okay for you to resit, then you're still on the course. Literally, my psychology teacher was my form teacher. I'm thinking, I'm chilling. Friday afternoon, I'm dancing to her office like, yeah, I'm staying on this course. Are you mad? She's my form teacher. This lady loves me. Miss Nichols, I'll never forget her name. I went, yo, miss. Joff, who's the head of 6th form, he said, listen, if it's okay with you, I can resit my AS in June, and I can stay on the course, so see you Monday. As I'm about to walk out, she goes, Abdurrahim, sit down. What? What? You telling me to sit down? Okay, cool. What, are you going to tell me about what we're going to be learning next week? Like, what's going on? And she goes, and I'll never forget these words that she said. She goes, psychology isn't for everyone, and it's definitely not for you. So you're off this course. I don't care what you do, you're off this course. Instantly, all the thoughts of like going back home, saying that to my mum and dad, knowing all the history of how Hoy and Albert came here, I'm like, I can't do that. I ain't gonna lie, I was shocked to go home, I'm not gonna lie. And I remember I sat there and I said to her, listen, please, I begged her. Everyone that knows me, I don't beg, but I begged her. And she goes, no, I don't care. It's not for you. You're not gonna, no matter what you do, you're not going to continue on this course. And I looked at her dead in the face and I said, watch me. I said, watch, I don't care how long this takes. I'm gonna come back next year. I'm gonna still do psychology. I don't care if it means I'm gonna have to do an extra year in 6th form, which I did, by the way. Did an extra year in 6th form to do psychology. Now, I'm petty, okay? I'm the most pettiest person you'll ever meet. I did my extra year. I was like, you know what, I like psychology. Watch, I'm gonna do it at uni. Okay, did my undergrad. You know what? I need to make it. I don't feel like I've made it in psychology yet. I'm gonna do my master's. You know what? Master's is too easy. Let me go do my doctorate. Let me become a full-on psychologist, qualified, given diagnosis, a psychologist in the NHS. That was my vision. That was the thought process. Because I'm petty. And then when it came to, I kid you not, wallahi, when it came to my thesis, and I was sat there and I was writing my acknowledgements, which, by the way, was the hardest page in all of my thesis, all 269 pages of my work, the hardest page, the one that actually, and I kid you not, I'll stand there as a man and say it, I broke down in tears when I wrote the paragraph thanking Hoya and Abel for all their sacrifices, all the tuition, all the late nights, all the times that they paid for like a tutor. At the time it was like £20, knowing that I wasn't the smartest kid ever. That I broke down. And then, do you know what the best part was though? The final sentence. I'll bring my thesis to anyone that wants it right now. The final sentence said, and to my psychology teacher, who said, and I quote, psychology isn't for everyone, and it's definitely not for you. ... You'll find this in the post. Do you know why? Because I'll pay. But if I have to say it, and again, I'm thinking about all this as I was stood right there, looking around, especially that back table there, thinking, I was once you guys. And to be fair, I ain't gonna lie, I've been outside of Liverpool for a while. Inshallah, there's plans that I'm gonna be coming back to Liverpool. But the way that when I see like the youth, and I see the kids, and I see now, it's only now really that I'm seeing like role models start coming through. And especially, sorry about this, but especially for the Somali men, we have to be the role models. Especially to the young boys, to our little brothers, now I'm getting to the age where I gotta be a role model to my niece and nephew. Nephew's more. That's what we gotta do. Ain't no excuses. Ain't nobody coming to save us. We have to be the ones to lift ourselves up and then be that example for the next generation. You don't even have to look at me. Trust me, there's so many people in the ends that are doing amazing, amazing things. Look at this whole event. Exactly. You and Yusuf with GTA. Sick. I'm not gonna lie, I saw that in the Liverpool Echo. My heart warmed. I'm like, this is what, really? Man from the ends are doing this. This is the level. This is the only acceptable level that I expect from every single one of these now. There's no failure. Failure ain't no option. So when you look at me, don't think, oh yeah, Abdurrahim, he's sick. Everyone knows my nickname, NWB Bellamy. He's sick guy. There's a bear laughs in it. Everyone remembers, do you guys remember NWB, the rapper? Sickest rapper in the ends. Anyway. To be fair, there's Zaki there. Zachary, I remember you. But, listen, there's no option for failure. Don't even look at me like I'm sick. Oh, Abdurrahim, he's amazing. Don't do that. Look at yourself. Look at the guy that's in the mirror and go, I'm sick. Watch what I do. Watch when all the people that said that I couldn't do it, watch. They'll get the same letter in the post about all your successes in the future, inshallah. Thank you so much.
If you weren't inspired, then you definitely are now. Thank you, bro. MashaAllah.
I'm fresh off the motorway.
Straight from Wolverhampton, the commitment, the dedication for him to be with us today. Next up is Councillor Natalie Nicholas. She's going to introduce herself and talk about her plans, hopefully, and what she's looking to do. Welcome, Natalie.
Hi, good evening, everyone. It's after that, what can you say after that? Can we just give him another round of applause because he's just so amazing. It's a privilege to be here with everyone and to celebrate the young people and the Somali community and just to listen to all the inspiration, Amina, yourself, and you as young people. The future, our future generation is safe. And it's just, for us to celebrate and to have that community support. So my name is Natalie Nicholas. I'm one of the councillors in the Picton ward and soon to be Canning ward. So I came to the UK when the government were asking to help save the NHS. So I'm a nurse by background, intensive care nurse. So I came here, worked in care homes, worked in the hot NHS for many years, and now I work as a researcher. I'm a senior researcher for the government, plus being a councillor. And sometimes people think because you weren't born here or you're from a black and ethnic minority group that you can't achieve. And you have to shatter those sort of myths, those sort of, stereotype that you can't get to where nobody should tell you what you can't do. You can reach the highest level. And many times they're glass ceiling because from the black community, ethnic minority community, we get to a level and then we can't get any further. And like Amina said, you'll see people passing you and you're like, but I have the skills, I have the experience. So it's to get those qualifications to make sure that nobody can say to you, you can't get that job, because you see it, you believe it, and that job is yours. That education attainment is yours. And we're here supporting the community, supporting you as young people. So when you need anything, you come to us, because sometimes the system isn't there for you, the system will tell you, no, that job isn't for you. You stay as a carer, you stay as, and basically you have to say, well, no, this is what I want for myself, and I want to be what I want to be. You're here to help me. And for community, we're here to help you as well. The City Council, there are lots of stuff that aren't right in education and in different factors, but as councillors, we're here as well to listen to the community, because we're only as good as the community trusts us to be, telling us some of the issues, telling us the challenges, and how we can work with everybody, young people, old people, anybody, to make it equal opportunity and fairness. So it's a real privilege to be here with you all tonight, and I'm hoping to meet as many as I can, and basically to work with you to make a positive difference in the community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councillor Natalie, and thank you so much to all the wonderful speakers we've had today. It's an absolute privilege. We're going to have some food now, so I hope you can stay, enjoy the food with us, and then celebrate with us after with some music and entertainment. Thank you very much.